Hi everyone, Lani from Fogelberg Consulting here. As you know, I've been talking about the 3 stages that businesses need to be moving through in light of the COVID-19 pandemic and lockdown in New Zealand. Now I'm going to continue talking about the first 2, which is taking advantage of the government support, which is always developing, as well as cash flow and financial management, which is ongoing. And today I'm going to start going into some of the different aspects of your operations that you should be addressing in light of the pandemic. Now I'm beginning with the topic I touched on Wednesday, and that is the local versus international economy. Now at the moment, well, prior to the pandemic I should say, we're very much an international economy. But it has become clear over the last couple of weeks that moving forward, New Zealand is going to become a much more domestic economy and a much smaller one. Now, if your business is relatively small and purely local, and maybe a suburban cafe or a gym or something like that, this information today may not be relevant for you, but a large number of businesses will be affected by this change in the economy. And that's due to having international customers, either through export or tourism, overseas supply chains, immigration, including migrant workers, just to name a few factors. So these are the businesses that are potentially going to be affected the most. And if you fall into this category, you need to be looking at the risks across your operations in the context of a global slowdown and a recession, sadly. So here are some key questions to start asking yourself. Firstly, how will changes in transport impact your business? Sea freight? Air freight? These are the 2 things to consider. Could that create a delay in you receiving stock? And what flow-on effect would that have for your business? Will you be able to meet customer demand as a result of that? Or do you have any domestic alternatives in terms of your supply chain that could help mitigate those changes in the way that international freight works? Think about your workforce as well. Now, a labour shortage is likely to impact either your business or perhaps your suppliers and your supply chain. That could be due to absence or due to migration. You might have key staff who decide to relocate back overseas to be with their family once international borders start opening up as well. Lastly, consider the technology within your business. This is a big one, and it's something that a lot of business owners, or some business owners, are slower to embrace than others. Now's the time to start thinking about it. Does your technology support remote working? Does it support the remote working not just now, but in the event of future lockdown? Remember, the government's talking about potential lockdowns of specific regions in New Zealand in the future if we continue to see a spate of cases. Can it reduce the amount of domestic and potentially international travel that your staff take?
I'm going to switch over to the computer screen because I want to talk about digital innovation. Is that something that could help you overcome some of the obstacles that you're facing in light of the pandemic? For example, it's really unusual for a management consultant to have online payments available for their client, which I can take weekly from people's credit cards to help fit my fees in with their cash flow more easily. I haven't seen this done with a management consultant before, so that's an example of digital innovation within my own business. I'll summarize the points that I've covered in this video on my website on the blog, and I'll link to it at some stage over the coming days, as well as make some checklists available for you that you can download and use to help guide you through some of the practical steps I've spoken about that you could be taking within your business. There are lots of useful COVID-specific resources on my website as well in the blog, as well as on the Facebook page. In the meantime, please share this video with any business owners or senior managers you know who may find it useful. And remember, you can reach out to me anytime for my specific advice about your own business. I'm working half an hour for free for all clients at the moment for every billed hour. Have as great a weekend as you can, and see you through the screen again soon.